stuff like this. I don't have to do it. I mean, it's my choice. My music's still on. I should probably shut that off before I get copyrighted. Um, so yeah, unfortunately, Adam West passed away. I think it was like last week.
You know, I kind of thought of Batman as a force of nature. This whole Wayne thing ruins it for me.
I was speaking. I'm gonna single that guy out right there. All right, I'm good. Yeah, I was very torn up about that. I actually met Adam West. I have the picture in my room, and you can also see it if you go to the Comic-Con vlog video. Super nice guy, honestly. Like, I remember I walked in, and I don't think Adam West had ever seen the Death of the Family Joker with his face cut off, because I walked in, and I still had the mask on, and he gave me kind of a weird look, and I said, do you want me to take the mask off for the picture? And he said, you know what? He said, I think that's pretty different. I think you should take the picture with the mask on. The fact that even though it was just a few words, the fact that Adam West had ever even said anything to me, that was pretty awesome in my mind. You don't get to really meet people like that, you know, especially like older people. So it's awesome to see somebody where it's like, I watched the show, I've seen the movie a million times, and it's like, this guy, who I genuinely see as Batman, is standing right in front of me. I mean, he was sitting, but he was there in front of me, you know? And it was overwhelming. Obviously, like, it's Adam West, but at the same time, it's like, he was so welcoming. Even for the brief few, like, I was in there for about a minute and a half to take a few pictures. It was like a VIP thing for Comic-Con. And just, like, the time I was in there, it was overwhelming to see him, but he was such a welcoming person. Like, he gave off such a positive vibe that you couldn't help but just, like, smile around him, you know? Like, he's one of those people, you could tell he just had nothing negative to say or do, you know? It's just, he was so happy to be there, and it was awesome, you know? Just, it's unfortunate, you know? You don't just lose him as Batman. You lose him as, you know, Mayor West on Family Guy. We lost the Gray Ghost, which is actually, you know, in this game. Not physically, but there are posters of the Gray Ghost in this game. We lost the bright Knight Batman. And I get that, you know, Clooney was kind of campy, but it didn't work with George Clooney, you know? Like, you look at Batman and Robin, and the reason I don't like that movie is you can tell it was taking itself seriously in some way. Whereas the 1960s Batman, it was not meant to be serious, you know? It was meant to be campy and cheesy, and it was, and it works for that, you know? You don't have Batman going around in, like, a leather suit with all this armor, like, beating the crap out of people. It's just, you've got Batman in, like, this Halloween fabric, basically, that is his cape, his gloves, and his mask. And the rest of it is just, like, spandex, you know? Obviously you would never see Batman doing anything like this in the TV show. But, you know, it's different, and I like it. Obviously, for me, my favorite Batman is Christian Bale. I do like Ben Affleck. I don't like the fact that he kills. That's what throws it off for me. Bale, he was, you know, he was everything that Batman should be. He was an excellent detective. He was a fighter. He, you know, technically he killed Talia al Ghul, but hey, what are you supposed to do in that situation, you know? Adam West, I think he's the only on-screen Batman I've ever seen that didn't kill anybody. I'm trying to remember. I know that Bale technically killed Talia. Affleck, we're not even gonna go through that. Michael Keaton, he killed a couple people. Val Kilmer, he killed Two-Face. Technically.
Should we join him? Nah, there's a couple hours of good looting before dawn.
And then... Oh god, I'm trying to think. Kilmer, Clooney... I don't know if Kevin Conroy really counts, but I could probably... If I really sat here and thought about it, I could probably think of a time where, you know, he played Batman where Batman had killed somebody. I get that in Arkham Knight, you know, in the Arkham series, Batman blames himself for the Joker's death, but no, I don't. Because he technically didn't kill him, Joker stabbed him in the arm, and, you know. But Adam West, from as far as I remember, I don't think his Batman ever killed anybody. And the other thing I love is that quote where Adam West, I love this quote so much. He says, I'm probably going to get it wrong here, but he says something like, I never needed to say I'm Batman because I walked into the room and everybody knew. I love that, and I actually don't remember ever a time, I might be wrong, but I don't remember ever a scene where, like, you know, somebody would say, like, who are you or what are you or something, and he'd turn around and say, I'm Batman. You know? Kind of stresses me out, man. The fact that I got to meet him, it makes it feel even worse, you know? Just such a welcoming attitude he had, you know? And, I never realized it until, you know, after he passed away. I saw a picture, and it was everybody from the show who has passed away. And I had no idea how many people it actually was. I thought it was just, like, him and, I think it was the original Catwoman, but no, there were a lot more. The thing I also liked about it was, you look at Gotham in that show, and it's not really like, it's not this. It's not the Gotham you'd expect. It's kind of like a docked town, you know. We're actually going to switch over to the challenge mode so that I can use Robin as well. But, it's kind of like, you know, I live in Massachusetts, so the best example I could give is Cape Cod. But it's kind of like a sea town, you know, I guess you could say. Which it kind of works. I mean, different Batman make the city different, you know. Trying to find a Batman and Robin one. That could work. The thing I always loved was, if you know me in real life, because I talk about this all the time, my favorite Family Guy episodes are the Family Guy Star Wars ones. And the fact that Mayor West was Grand Moff Tarkin, I found that to be hilarious. The scene with the couch and everything where he's like, yeah, that was my old couch. I don't know why, but I found that hysterical. Adam West, like, you know, a lot of these, a lot of actors and everything, basically anybody who's famous at this point, they always seem like they get into some kind of like drama or something, like, for lack of a better word, you know. But it seems like, you know, I followed Adam West on Facebook and everything, and it seems like you never really heard anything bad, you know? Like, he never really had anything bad to say about anybody. He seems like such a genuine guy, and I really love that, you know? I wish I could be like that, but, you know, unfortunately, I get aggravated, I get frustrated, I say things to people that sets them off, and then we get into an argument, you know? I can't be like that, as much as I wish I could. And I have a lot of respect for not only Adam West, but pretty much anybody who is like that, you know? Come on.
Here you go.
You know what I think would be kind of cool is if, you know, I get that they'd have to do some, like, extra rendering. I don't really know anything about video game graphics, so this might not have been, like, the easiest thing to do. I think it'd be kind of cool if, like, for the Adam West skin and the Christian Bale skin, you know, Ben Affleck as well, if they, for the scenes where Batman takes the mask off, you had their face underneath. But that might be difficult to do. Like I said, I'm not a video game designer, so. Oh, there's. I didn't see that guy. I feel like Adam West kind of shaped the whole, like, you know, blue and gray with yellow. You see what I mean? Like the blue suit, I mean the gray suit with the blue gloves, boots, and mask and everything. And then the yellow symbol and the belt. Like, you kind of see that a lot now. If Batman isn't wearing gray and black, it seems like he's wearing gray and blue. I'd like to see that live action, but I know that only Adam West could really pull that off live action, you know? Anybody else, I'd like to see them in black or gray and black, you know? I feel like the gray and blue, it's really Adam West's thing, you know? I'm pretty sure he's the only live action Batman that we've seen wear that before. I mean, if you put Ben Affleck and, you know, replace all the black on his suit with blue, other than the symbol, obviously, leave the symbol as black, but replace everything else with blue, it wouldn't work, you know? He's a darker Batman. It wouldn't work for me, you know? I have heard that, what is that new movie coming out? Anybody know? It's like, oh, I forget, I can't even think, see, I can't even think of the name of it, but there is, an animated movie coming out with Adam West as Batman. And I think it was William Shatner as, Two-Face. So that's kind of cool. I'd still like to see Billy D. Williams play Two-Face. I mean, they had it all set up. They had this whole universe going, the Tim Burton set up. And then suddenly, you know, he's Billy D. Williams in the first movie. And then suddenly Batman Forever rolls around. And it's Tommy Lee Jones, you know? And I can't even really call him Two-Face, because that is not Two-Face. You know, I don't want to go on a rant or anything, but that is not Two-Face. That was just an insane man with half his face burned. Like, Two-Face is supposed to be, you know, that whole, like, duality thing, the multi-personality type thing, and he really didn't have that in Batman Forever. I I guess we should kind of talk about the costume a bit, because obviously it is a... As for the design, not so much the colors, but the design, it is a unique bat suit. I don't know. It almost seems like it's kind of just, like, thrown together, you know, like Bruce Wayne made it himself, which obviously he kind of does make all his bat suits, but I kind of like the idea of this one because it gives you that feeling that it's like, Bruce Wayne is rich, people are going to suspect a rich person to be Batman. So don't make this super high-tech suit, which, you know, I get that it was the 60s, they probably didn't have, you know, the type of equipment for that anyways, but just using my head here. It would make sense for Batman to do something like that as much as he would need his armor, you know, because you don't really want people to expect that you're Batman when you're rich. Granted, he still has the car and everything, how is he gonna get that, but... I actually do really like the convertible Batmobile. They also had that at Comic-Con. I don't remember if I put the picture of it in the Comic-Con vlog video. If I didn't, I'm kind of disappointed in myself. But they did have the car, and I believe the bike as well. Dude, I love motorcycles. I would ride that bike super casually, like every single day if I had it. The car as well, it's so like old and vintage, it's just awesome. Like, between that and the Keaton Batmobile, those are probably my two options if I were to buy a Batmobile. Unless anybody ever decided to make the animated series Batmobile a real thing. You know? I think just everything about Keaton, other than the fact that he did kill a few people, I just absolutely love that. Whereas everything with, you know... Oh, I can't do this challenge and talk. Whereas everything about Adam West, I just kind of liked it as a persona, you know? Especially the costume, because it's just like... If you're gonna have a costume like that, you can't have Batman be like this angry guy. And if you're gonna have a campy Batman, you can't have an intimidating Batman costume, you know? But, a shorter stream than usual. But I think I'm gonna wrap things up. Just, you know, some of my personal preference on Adam West. And, I am very disappointed in myself right now because I forgot that I had this. So you know what? We're gonna take like 5 minutes and just... I completely forgot I had that Batmobile. Oh, that gives me another thing to talk about. You know what? Yeah. You know what I always loved about the TV show was, since it was the 60s, they didn't have proper, like, stunt, I guess you could say, I don't know. They couldn't drive super fast. So if you've ever seen the TV show when Batman's driving, they just had him drive at a normal pace, and they just sped up the footage.
That's the important thing.
But I'm glad they didn't do that in this game. I'm glad it actually does drive fast, because it does seem like a car that could drive fast. I don't think it'd do that without damaging the front of it, but, you know. I wish when they did these DLC Batmobiles, I wish they didn't just reskin the original one. You know, we get stuff like this, but you can only use it after you beat the game. I'd love to just see like a giant cannon come out of the back of this car. It's certainly a unique car. I really like it, you know. I would, if I had the money, I would definitely drive this in real life. Like paint and Bat phone inside and all, which, speaking of which, I need to see something. because I haven't used this in a while. So we just... Can I run on top of the car? Yeah, I can. Yeah, I don't see it. Oh, wait a minute. I'm pretty sure the bat phone is actually in there. I don't know, the camera won't focus, but I'm pretty sure it's actually in there. So jealous of Adam West, dude. Like, honestly, getting that costume, getting to drive this thing, like... The Tumbler is cool. Like I said, Bale is my favorite. The Tumbler is cool. But this thing is just a straight-up convertible, you know? Like, I want to drive that if I'm Batman. I don't want to be driving around a tank. Like, I'm a metal fan. Tanks are cool, don't get me wrong. But when you're Batman, you're trying not to kill people. And if you hit somebody with a tank, they're probably going to die. So we'll probably just make a few more laps around, and then I'm going to hit this straight. No, actually, I'm going this way. Yeah, it's the Bat car. You can't even really call it, like, the Batmobile. It's just a regular painted car with a bit of upgrades. I kind of love the dialogue. Yeah, that thing will not flatten you. I kind of love the dialogue when you drive stuff like this, because when they say, like, Batman's got a tank or something, it's like, no, he's got a car. I kind of wonder, I haven't really watched the TV show in a while, but I wonder, did Batman's parents die in the TV show? Or did he just kind of move out and just be like, yeah, I'm gonna fight crime, you know? Like, there was a lot that the TV show didn't really explain, but I don't think it really needed to. Like, where did Batman get his training and everything, you know? They'll never expect me here. You know, I feel like in-game, when you have to park in this spot, I would suspect one of two things. Batman's either an overzealous piece of crap with a huge ego, or he's Bruce Wayne. But, get out of the car. I really love the fact that the door doesn't even open, he just jumps over it. I'd probably do that, honestly. If I had a car like that, if I had a convertible, I wouldn't open the door, I'd just jump over it. I'm still trying to see if the bat phone is in there, but... I think it is, but I don't know for sure. But anyways, we're gonna end the stream. Thought I'd just do a quick one. So, yeah, I'm not good with outros, so I guess I'll just see you guys next time.